6 months ago, a handful of billionaire oligarchs in Silicon Valley decided to censor and ostracize the duly elected sitting president of the United States. Now, President Trump is fighting back by suing big tech to reinstate his social media accounts.
I just want to say that I stand before you this morning to announce a very important and very beautiful, I think, development for our freedom and our freedom of speech, and that goes to all Americans. Today, in conjunction with the America First Policy Institute, I'm filing as the lead class representative a major class action lawsuit against the big tech giants, including Facebook, Google, and Twitter, as well as their CEOs, Mark Zuckerberg, Sundar Pichai, and Jack Dorsey. Three real nice guys. Our case will prove this censorship is unlawful, it's unconstitutional, and it's completely un-American. We all know that. We all know that very, very well.
The squishes hate this lawsuit. I love this lawsuit, and it's got a lot more merit than people are giving President Trump credit for. Trump is suing the big tech billionaires for censoring him. The question that a lot of people are asking is this really a free speech issue? Well, there are really two questions here. Is it a First Amendment issue, and is it a free speech issue? Because it's same broad topic, but they're actually different questions. So there are lawyers who are rather expert in this field. I'm thinking of Alan Dershowitz, former professor emeritus at Harvard Law School. I'm thinking of Eugene Volokh, a really, really prominent lawyer and commentator, who say, maybe this lawsuit does have some merit on First Amendment grounds. Maybe. It's a big maybe. They'll have to prove it in court. Is this a free speech issue? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the days of build your own Twitter, Google's a private company, they can do whatever they want, build your own Facebook or whatever. That's over. First of all, they won't let us build our own Twitter. We've tried to do that several times and they just won't let us do it. Second of all, if you control the speech of a democratic republic, if you and let's say two of your buddies in Silicon Valley control, who are the guys? We've got hipster Rasputin, you've got Jack Dorsey, you've got Mark Zuckerberg, and then you've got, in President Trump's words, Sundar Pichai. It's Sundar Pichai. And I love that President Trump did not even take the time to learn his name. He's the head of Google. But if you and your two buddies control the flow of information around the internet, if you control 90% of speech in the digital realm, which is the public square now, you are, by definition, engaging in a political act. Because in a democratic republic, speech is politics and politics is speech. This is the theme of my book, Speechless, which is available now, as many of you have heard. So you are, even if you don't work for the government, you don't, frankly, Google and Facebook, and probably Twitter for that matter, have a cozier relationship with the government than I think many people are aware of. But even if they did not, even if they just pretended to be totally private companies, if you are controlling the speech around a republic, you are engaged in a political act. And the people have a right to have a say in that political process. Like Mitch McConnell said, as establishmentarian a man as Mitch McConnell, he said, a woke corporation can act like a parallel government. And in this case, those woke corporations in Silicon Valley are even less accountable to the people than the jokesters in Washington, D.C. So this absolutely is a free speech issue. This, I think, is the defining issue of our time. I think it's more important than immigration. I think it's more important than tax cuts. I think it's more important than whatever's going on in Iran and Syria. This is the issue that will determine who rules us and how we are ruled. Hey, yo, you got to subscribe. You got to like. You got to comment. You got to engage. I want your engagement. You can watch this whole episode, by the way, which is called Donald Trump versus Hipster Rasputin. You can catch it here. You can catch it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, MySpace, Zanga, all over the place. You can also get my book, Speechless, Controlling Words, Controlling Minds, #1 national bestseller. Thanks to wonderful readers like you. Let me know what you think about it. See you next time.